Hello, how's it going? So, I'm gonna sit in my little comfy chair and ask, do you ever feel like you have these negative self-talk that is driving you crazy because they're the same freaking thoughts that you have day in and day out, and you start to realize how you're trapped in this spiral that's not serving you, and you kind of want to get the F out of there. So if that's you, stick around, because today we have a great question coming from Santa Cruz, California. And Shane writes, I want to change how I feel about things I don't like and not let them bug me, or even just remove it from my negative thoughts, period. So I don't wake up and go to sleep thinking it. Hope you can help. Love your show. Many hugs, Shane. Well, thank you, Shane. Thanks for writing in. And I think it's great that you did, because the fact of the matter is life is a physical manifestation of the thoughts going on in your head, and we can change them. We can change them by exposing them, dismantling them, and really asking ourselves consciously, not just unconsciously, does this freaking serve me or does it not serve me? So recently I read a terrific book that changed my life, and it's called Psycho-Cybernetics. If you haven't read it, please go grab a copy and get it now, because it is outstanding. And what I loved about the book was the fact that it teaches you how to use rational thinking to re-examine your life and to use your brain as a success mechanism and not as a failure mechanism. So to answer this specific question, I found 5 magnificent questions that you should ask yourself every single time you have a disempowering thought. Do not let yourself be slapped around by the world, and some days you're feeling great, some days you're feeling like shit, and just don't let that happen to you, because you're basically being an obedient slave to the outside world, and the outside world is dictating how you should act and feel by those circumstances. So I'm going to give you these 5 questions to examine and reevaluate yourself now. And the first question is this belief based on a fact or an assumption? 2, is there any rational reason for such a belief? Like, is this something from my childhood? Is this something really happening that's real, that's now? 3, could it be that I am mistaken in this belief? That I'm just kind of grabbing little fragments of truth and I'm making up a story about this? Could it be that I am mistaken in this belief? 4, would I come to the same conclusion about some other person? And this is my favorite question by far, because I think this is powerful and it runs deep with how we just, we're so terrible with ourselves. And many times these are things that we would never, ever assume about another person. Like, I would never, tell you that you couldn't follow your dreams because you're not capable. But somehow I tell myself that every single day, right? So I'll say that again. Would I come to the same conclusion about some other person? And last one is number 5. Why should I continue to act and feel as if this were true? So is this serving me? Like, why should I keep thinking these thoughts as if they were just fact and there's no changing them, right? So anyway, those are the 5 questions that I think that if you're caught up in any kind of thoughts, just uproot those motherfuckers, take them out, look at them, and examine them with these 5 questions. And I promise you that you're gonna start calling some bullshit on a lot of this. Okay, So to really end this video, I would love to talk about this concept that Tony Robbins has that simplifies everything for me. It simplifies and it brings it and it distills our unhappiness or our happiness in life down to a set formula. And I think it's important to talk about this because here's when you really start to realize why you're happy or why you're unhappy. And again, so this is called your blueprint. And when you want to examine your blueprint, think of your blueprint as a map of your life. And that's the way you either... The map of your life is seeing what is happening in your... What is going on, and it doesn't match. Does it match the way you think things should or shouldn't be? Okay, and that's going to define your happiness levels. So right now, take a moment and ask yourself, what area of your life are you not satisfied with right now? What do you want more in? Is it your body? Is it your finances? Is it your love life? Is it, I mean, you name it. What is it in your life that you aren't satisfied right now with? And why aren't you happy with that area? Okay, just think about it. And make sure someone's not calling me. Okay, so the formula for unhappiness, here it goes. So when your life conditions do not match or are not equal to your blueprint, to how you think your life should be, that is going to create pain, it's going to create stress, it's going to create suffering, and even more magnified if your life conditions are way different than how you think your life should be, that's going to create enormous amounts of pain. Now, conversely, when your life conditions match or they exceed how you think things should be, you're going to be out of your mind ecstatic. You're not going to believe that you walked out of a Tony Robbins event and ran into Preston and Alexi Smiles. Like, what the F? I never even thought that was possible. Or I met the love of my life this morning when I was taking the bus, and she's exactly what I pictured in my head. She's gorgeous, she's funny, she's smart, she's all of these things. Wow, I'm so lucky. I can't even believe this. I am out of my mind. So that's going to create happiness. Oh, I'm so sorry. Someone's calling me. I must answer. I'll pick up on this